Well, healthcare, retirement, and solar energy. Marylanders got to weigh in on these topics in the latest UMBC Institute of Politics poll. We continue our conversation now with Dr. Amelia Cromer, the Institute's director. Tell me a little bit about energy right now, because when we look at BGE, I don't think anyone has seen a drop in their bill. I think some folks are a little worried that it's going to keep climbing.
Right, and so when we asked about priorities they'd like to see the Maryland General Assembly address, the cost of energy, household energy, was a big priority. And so we followed up and we asked Marylanders about just different energy sources. Like, so where would you like to get your energy from? Where would you like to see expansion, right? Solar energy, natural gas, wind energy. These renewables are really popular. So a lot of Marylanders support the expansion of these sort of types of energy. But on down the line, if you look at every single one we asked about, everyone except for coal is above 50%.
Wow.
So to me, the takeaway message is that Marylanders are interested in expanding the energy sources here in the state, and they're willing to look at a whole bunch of different options.
It seems like Marylanders are really in tune also to a clean environment. What are their thoughts right now when it comes to at least having a good environment and where they perceive we live right now?
Right. So this is, I think, a positive finding that nearly 60% of Marylanders rate the natural environment here in the state as good or excellent.
I bet.
So it's certainly a good place to be, and I personally love to enjoy our outdoors here.
I know, we've seen your Instagram page. Tell me about healthcare as well. Some folks are literally avoiding going to the doctor simply because of the cost of seeing a physician.
Right, there's, yes, our numbers suggest this. So overwhelmingly, Marylanders rate their own personal health as good or excellent.
Sure.
But what I think the troubling finding here is that nearly around a third of Marylanders say that they or somebody in their household have avoided getting medical attention or medical care because of cost.
Sure.
And that is another big priority issue. So if you go back to that list of priorities that we asked about, the cost of healthcare is a big priority for Marylanders, and I think it shows here because of a third is a lot of people.
Sure.
That's a lot of Marylanders who've avoided it.
Walk me through what we missed. What else is in the poll that stood out to you this time around?
So I think what really stood out to me is, especially if we asked an open-ended question to Marylanders, so what they thought was the most urgent issue facing the state regarding health care. And again, the cost of health care bubbles up to the top. Is a plurality of folks just offered it to us. So we didn't list it for them. They just told us straight out that this was a bigger urgent concern of facing the state of Maryland regarding health care.
Any ideas of where you'll go next? I mean, you did a great job here with Maryland. What can you take? I know you stay away from the national politics, but I'm guessing you can hone in more coming in from the state.
Yeah, so the UMBC Institute of Politics, certainly we're going to be looking in the next month or so to do a poll of both Baltimore City and Baltimore County.
Okay, and I hear that you do a lot of work with interns now. What's going on in the state? Oh. Come on, tell us all about the State House.
Wonderful. So we send every single year, the Maryland General Assembly has a fantastic program, the Legislative Internship Program, and I'm in charge of that at UMBC, at least for the political science majors, and they are having a great time. They're learning a lot, and I can't compliment the state delegates and senators enough. Every single student who writes a reflection paper with me has spoke so highly of the way that they're treated and the things that they're learning down there in Annapolis.
I think we learned that young people, especially through like TikTok, like they are still engaged, but they're engaged in a different way now in politics, yeah?
Yeah, but when you go down to Annapolis, I think the number one thing that I've heard from students, our UMBC students, is how much they're enjoyed networking and learning about sort of politics from the people who are doing politics every single day.
Okay.
And for me, I think it's a really great compliment to the work we're doing in the political science department at UMBC. We have this really great practical application that the students are exposed to throughout the entire legislative session.
I love it. If folks want to see this poll for themselves, where can they go?
They can go to politics.umbc.edu.
Great. Always good to see you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Amelia.